We're officially at part 5 of our Rock Your New Year's series. Hopefully, you're enjoying the series, and at this point, you've taken some time to write down the goals you have for 2024. If you haven't, you can still listen to this episode, but I really want you to have your goals written down and go through these steps. You hear all the time how people manifest their dreams, manifest their goals. But what those people are talking about is this. If you take the time to really think about your goals, visualize your goals, plan out those goals and work towards your plan, seeing yourself achieve your goals, then it's possible. In today's episode, we're talking about how to push through those self-limiting beliefs and those roadblocks so you have confidence in your ability to be successful in 2024. And just a reminder, as part of this series, I'm offering a $50 off my coaching package so you can get the guidance, support, and accountability to reach your goals in the new year. You could check out my show notes for the link or my website at momwifecareerlife.com. Are you feeling overwhelmed trying to juggle all the many hats you wear as a working mom? Do you want more quality time with your family without distraction of work and time alone to take care of yourself and your needs? Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life. I'm Kerri, a wife, mom of 3, and a recovering perfectionist. In this podcast, I will teach you how to create balance in your life by implementing healthy habits, organizing your home and your schedule, being intentional with your time and in your relationships, and most importantly, how to start putting your needs first because no one can pour from an empty cup. Grab that second cup of coffee, or if you're anything like me, your third. It's time to dive into today's episode of Mom Wife Career Life. Yesterday, I talked about the 8 buckets I break my goals down into, but I did want to add one more. I realized I kind of put this one under family and personal growth, but having a 9th bucket for fun and socializing is really important too. So things like go on vacation, that would be considered fun, but I also do that with my family, so I put that under my family bucket. But socializing with friends and families and having a good group of girlfriends is important too. As moms, we need that time with our girls. And if you don't have a group of girls, then put that on your goals list to find your people. They are out there, I promise you. You just have to look for them. And I've seen moms post on our local moms group that they are looking for a friend. It's really hard to put yourself out there, but there are other moms in the same boat that would jump at the chance to get a break from their family or work and go grab a cup of coffee with another mom. So challenge yourself to put yourself out there and find your mama group. In today's episode, I want to take a deeper dive into your goals. I want you to take a few minutes to read them over, one by one. Read the first one, pause, take a minute to just sit there and see what emotions come up. Do you feel excited, like, I'm going to make this one happen? I could do this. Do you feel motivated? Do you feel scared? Are you asking yourself, can I really do this? Am I strong enough? Or are you looking down feeling like this goal is ridiculous and I can't put it on my list, like it's never going to happen? Kind of how I felt when I put start a podcast on my 2023 list. So as you realize what emotions are coming up, if any of them are negative, I want you to do the following. Number 1, challenge those negative thoughts. Really think about what your inner critic is saying to you. Identify what that self-limiting belief is and challenge it. This time last year, my inner critic was laughing at me when I would think about starting a podcast. It's a big deal to put yourself out there. There was a lot of fear in there for me. And a lot of that fear came from worrying about what other people might think. And once I realized how silly that really is and really thought about it, I pushed that fear aside. If people don't want to listen to my podcast, they don't have to listen to it. If they think I'm silly or who am I to start a podcast, do I really want to give their opinion of me any weight? I don't. So I push through that fear. Number 2, positive affirmations. Replace that self-doubt with positive affirmations like, I can achieve anything. I can do anything I set my mind to. The only one stopping me is me. You can actually Google positive affirmations for goal setting and a ton of things will pop up. Find the one that resonates with you the most, that will motivate you the most, and you could say them anytime. You can meditate while thinking about your goal and just say it as a mantra in your head. Or anytime that self-doubt creeps in, just take a deep breath and say the affirmation in your head. Or you can even make it part of your morning routine. While you're getting ready in the morning, look in that mirror and either say them in your head or out loud. I promise you, you will feel absolutely ridiculous at first, but the more you say them, the more comfortable you feel. And the more comfortable you feel, the more you start to actually believe in yourself. So try it out. Number 3, visualization. Imagine yourself overcoming those challenges and achieving success, and create a positive mental image. I've read about Michael Phelps' routine before any swimming meet, and part of his routine was visualizing the entire race from start to finish, each stroke down the lane until he came in first. Visualizing can play a huge part in manifesting your goals. It makes that glass look half full, and there's a lot of power in positive thinking, so try out visualization. Number 4, break it down. And I've said this a couple of times this week. Divide those larger goals into smaller, manageable goals, making it easier to focus and help build your confidence. I've used the example of weight loss before, and I'll use my weight loss goal as an example. I want to lose 20 pounds by Memorial Day. When you think of that end goal, the total weight loss, 20 pounds, seems like a lot, but if I break that down into smaller goals, it seems a lot more doable. So my mini goal is I have 5 months to lose that 20 pounds, so it works out to 4 pounds a month. So 4 pounds a month, totally doable, a lot less scary than 20 pounds. It's a lot easier to do that process if your goal involves numbers like months, weights, or dollars, but if your goal is to declutter your house in the month of January, then you can break your goal up by room and what rooms you want to complete each week. Those are just 2 examples, but if you are taking the time to break your goals down into steps, which you should be, you can make each step a mini goal. Number 5, celebrate progress. Acknowledge and celebrate even the smallest achievements. Every time you reach one of those mini goals, celebrate. You can celebrate any way that makes you happy. Maybe you treat yourself to a pedicure, or you buy that little something you've been eyeing, and you should plan for some bigger items for when you accomplish the total goal, like my weight loss goal. I am buying myself a new pair of sunglasses because it'll be summertime, perfect time for new shades. You can even mark the milestones in your planner. I just finished mapping out my weight loss goal in my paper planner today. I have little weigh-in stickers on the last day of each month for me to mark my weight down. I have another tracking system I use, but I like the idea of the sticker because I see it every time I open the month view. I also have a notation area in my weekly habit tracker in my planner. I'll try to post some pics on Instagram of how I set it all up. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at mom.wife.career.life. Number 6, surround yourself with positive people and people that believe in you, and distance yourself from negative people. This one took me a long time to learn. If you surround yourself with like-minded people, people that are motivated to better themselves too, they will motivate you to do better. If you hang around negative people, especially ones that aren't supportive of your goals, they are going to drain your energy and hold you back. Number 7, learn from setbacks. View setbacks as opportunities for growth, learning, and tweaking your plan. They are not roadblocks. Don't think of them as roadblocks. Just think of them as curves or forks in the road. You just have to navigate around them. If you have a setback, don't give up. That's you letting your self-limiting belief limit yourself. It's on you and it's all in your head. Take the time to figure out what went wrong and why, and do differently. Try something else. Ask for support. Get into my Facebook community and ask questions. Get a coach. Just don't give up. Number 8, set realistic goals. I'm all about pushing the envelope and having a big, hairy, audacious goal or two that you strive for, but be realistic with yourself. And sometimes you don't know what you don't know. I had no idea how downloads worked. So when I wrote a note to my future self in the beginning of 2023 with my goals, one of the first things I wrote was to have 25,000 downloads by the end of the year. I laugh at that now because that number is just really high. First off, I did launch later than I thought I would because, as I've stressed in this series, you don't know what you don't know about a lot of things, especially if your goal is to start something new. I didn't know what the average downloads were when you first start and how hard it is to actually grow a podcast. I pulled that number out of the air. Did I reach 25,000 downloads? Nope, not even close. I'm over 8,000 by the time I'm airing this podcast, which I'm really proud of that 8,000 number. Knowing what I know now, that is great progress for a newbie. I didn't give up on that 25,000 goal. I'm hoping to hit it by mid next year, which is what I put on my calendar, and it's a stretch, but I have plans to grow this show. And you can actually help me out with that goal by taking a minute to read the show and even write a review if you haven't done so already. And if you share it with a friend, that's even better because the more you share it, the more downloads I get. So basically, make sure you're setting realistic goals that you could actually achieve. Number 9, get support. If you have a goal and just thinking about it seems really overwhelming and really know you aren't going to be able to do it by yourself, get support. Get a coach. I've shared before that I have numerous coaches, a life coach, a weight loss coach, a business coach. I knew I wanted to start a podcast and I could have figured it out on my own, but there is zero chance I would be where I am today in only 6 months in podcasting without a coach. And number 10, give yourself grace. There it is again, our constant theme. Give yourself grace and have some self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Life happens, plans change, things come up. You can't do it all, but you can do a lot more if you plan it out. So at least you're taking that right next step. So those are my tips on how to push through those self-limiting beliefs and gain the confidence you need to really tackle and rock your 2024 goals. I really hope you found this series helpful, and if you did, please share it with a friend. Help this mama rock her 2024 goals too. And if you haven't joined our Facebook community, head on over to Mom Wife Career Life on Facebook and let us support your goals and your journey balancing being a mom, a wife, your career, and all that life throws at you. Wishing you a very happy new year, sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Kerri Pat. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it in your Instagram stories and tag me, and let them know they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there's a topic you would like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life or join our new Facebook community. Sending you love and light until next time on the Mom Wife Career Life podcast with Kerri Pat.